right, $3 to a homeless man. Take one.
All right. So my favorite high school memory was had to be the time where Erica kept yelling at me Ratatouille because she wanted to watch the movie, but I didn't have it. I hate her for that. It's gonna live on forever.
My best high school memory. That would have to be the time when Hannah McDaniel and I were in economics class, and Miss Ott was explaining a project we had to do, and she told us we had to print everything off in color, but we couldn't print it off at school. And Hannah goes, "Oh, what?" And I remember just losing it, and Miss Ott got mad at us both.
My favorite high school memory is probably winning sectionals my junior year.
All right, so what is my favorite high school memory? My favorite memory would probably be at this 2017 high school retreat where we were on the dock and all the guys were together and everything. We just did the blob. And my fondest memory was when Biddy came over with the camera and took a picture of all of us. And that has touched me, how me and the guys will still be together and everything, remembering everything.
My favorite high school memory was when. Sorry. Can we start over?
Yeah, just go. Just start.
Keep this up.
I'm not good at this. Can I do this later?
No,
Let's go right now. You're already ready.
I can't stop laughing though. It's not that funny. It's really not. I'm not Asian. My favorite high school memory was when I Vulcan pitched Erica's neck and she fell to the ground. Is that good?
When I met Carrie, he was probably, Kyla, how old were we? When we met, like 3rd grade. I was in 3rd grade, which means that Carrie was in 2nd. And I think, did I have a crush on Carrie? I think I had a crush on Carrie. And we played with Barbies, and I popped Kyla's Barbie head off, and she was really upset. But that's when me and Carrie fell in love, you know?
My favorite high school memory is probably the incredibly epic games of speedball that we played my junior year. I mean, I've never seen that level of competitiveness in any sport, yet alone a 6-period PE game. But that was just probably the most fun I've ever had in high school. Maybe even since I've been alive. Cut that out.
I was going
Since I've been alive.
maybe since I've been alive.
My favorite high school memory was running in the presidential campaign as vice president with Tim. And even though it lasted a long time, we had a blast.
So I think my favorite high school memory would have to be the big jousting fights that we had with the mattresses at the retreat center, and just body slamming people and jumping over people. It was pretty fun.
My favorite high school memory was going on the senior trip and rooming with a bunch of my friends and staying up until 2 in the morning talking to Hardenbrook.
My favorite high school memory had to be last year in business class when me and Isis made a music video for Coach Monk's college class, and we totally bombed it, and he got mad at us, but his teacher liked it because we were being so goofy in it.
My favorite high school memory was probably when we went to the retreat and got an opportunity to come closer to all our classmates and build relationships off of that.
My favorite high school memory would probably have to be from the retreats we went on out in Henryville. One time we were kayaking. I was in a canoe, and Drew Etheridge was in a kayak, and he flipped over and couldn't get out, got stuck, and lost his glasses in the bottom of the lake. Thought that was pretty funny.
My favorite high school memory would have to be when I first got here my junior year. I showed up in regular clothes and everyone was in a polo, and they sent me home for that. Another memory was when I was coming upstairs during lunch and I saw Mr. Bush pumping the insulin in his stomach with his shirt up.
My favorite high school memory was probably the time that at the retreat we sort of smuggled out some pudding from the cafeteria and we took it back to a room and we made like this fortress out of like sheets and pillows, and we like played games like all night, just like really quietly, but it was really fun.
So the time that you stole is your favorite memory?
I didn't steal anything, we smuggled it.
My favorite memory at Rock Creek would have to be being in choir class with all of my friends and just laughing and singing and having a good time.
You know, my favorite memory from Rock Creek was making a prosthetic piece of skin that we could hang from the ceiling with my dear friend Gladys.
My favorite high school memory was winning the presidency.
My favorite high school memory is losing the presidency.
My favorite high school memory is working in the second grade class with Miss Gator because the children are really fun to work with.
My favorite high school memory would have to be the DC trip because I enjoyed viewing all the museums and the monuments in real life as opposed to going and seeing them on the television all the time.
My favorite memory from Rock Creek was in 10th grade when, during the retreat, we managed to get a dorm room by ourselves. It was really cool because we were underclassmen and we had this whole big place to do whatever we wanted, within reason.
My favorite high school memory was cheering at one of the football games, and it was pouring down raining, and you know, the rain wasn't very fun, but it was interesting watching all of us flail around in the rain.
My favorite high school memory is probably winning sectionals my junior year. It felt really good to be a champion. Really proud of ourselves. We worked really hard. We deserved it.
Best high school memory was senior trip. Seeing all the museums in DC, even though it was my hometown. Seeing the White House, having fun with all my friends.
My favorite high school memory was the senior trip and just seeing all the museums and stuff, and seeing Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders was pretty awesome too.
My favorite high school memory would have to be basketball season and spending time with everybody on the team and getting close to them and getting to know them like family.
My favorite memory from high school was when we went to the retreat, and I was able to do things there that I wasn't able to do there before.
Mon meilleur moment ici au Rock Creek était quand je vis mon premier bloc. C'était comme si magique parce que je n'ai jamais joué au volleyball avant que j'arrive ici. Et quand j'ai eu le bloc, c'était comme si everything froze for a minute. But it was good. I like thinking about that moment every time I'm thinking about having my first block.
My favorite high school memory was going on the Washington, D.C. trip and meeting Todd Young. That was really exciting. We got to drink coffee with him. It was nice.
What's the question?
Oh, what's my favorite high school memory?
She didn't even tell me that. I'm over here, okay. Okay, my favorite high school memory is probably during volleyball season when Miss Brown called me Brenda. Yeah.
My favorite high school memory was going to Helping Hands. I really enjoy helping people there.
My favorite high school memory had to be being on the talent show, because playing guitar in front of that many people made me realize what I want to do with the rest of my life is being in a band, you know? I just felt something when I did that I can't really compare to anything else, you know?
My favorite high school memory was probably presidential campaign, running against Stacia. That was fun, and running with Josh. It was a fun project, so.
My favorite high school memory would be during finals a few years ago. For 7th period, I had study hall. So we were in the office and we had a game and we had Twizzlers. And people kept walking past us and looking at us weird. And then Miss Brown walked by and goes, "You do realize school was out 5 minutes ago." So I had a lot of fun that day.
My favorite memory was playing basketball, meeting new friends, and winning the Scottsburg tournament.
Well, my favorite high school memory is during basketball season, Coach Brown gave these motivational speeches. Like, they were just, taught me something. And also, if you fail to plan to fail.